So we move from modules to inverters and batteries. I'm very happy to have with us Eric Ruland, who is the Managing Director of RCT Power. He will talk about advanced storage solution for today's and tomorrow's smart home. Eric, the floor is yours.
Now you should hear me, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. So that's the first step. So a second step would be maybe my presentation. Hopefully you will see it as well. Okay. So if that's the case,
good to go.
So you can see my presentation. So I'd like to start.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So thanks for joining. I think it's a nice setup in this conference because from Alina we heard about the beautiful and beautiness of the black, and actually this fits perfectly to the RCT Power inverters and storage systems because we are pure white. So black and white, outside black, inside white. I think that's a good combination. My today's talk is with the focus on advanced solutions. That means, of course, energy management systems. But let me shortly give you an overview of my talk. Very short, because RCT Power is, let's say, not the #1 brand. It's high quality, high efficiency, but not, let's say, #1 of energy storage systems globally. We have some new products I'd like to show you, and especially as well our test results, because this is, let's say, our specialty, that we have the most efficient products on the storage market. And of course, then the focus on the so-called Power Manager, which is the tool which helps you to really fully control your energy in your homes and fully have your battery storage more or less under control. And in a short side view to C&I, because that's something maybe you don't know from RCT Power. So from the beginning, the founder, Thomas, was focusing on real simple products and efficient products. So not fancy, but at the end, the customer should have maximum use of the produced solar power and maximum self-efficiency. And that's continuously our, let's say, major topic we follow. A short overview. I mean, RCT Group has some other companies as well. We are active in planning of cell and fab projects, but today we focus fully on the residential part. As well, we have commercial and grid connected battery storage or energy storage systems, but that's not the topic of today. From RCT Germany, we are, let's say, and we have a strong R&D and testing department in Germany. We are still close to the border of Switzerland. That's at the Lake of Constance, and that's where we focus on. Regarding our size, last year we reached the 100 million euro sales in Europe, which is, I think, quite a significant position now in the field. This is our factory in Germany. This is the inverter factory. It started last year with a capacity of 0.6 gigawatt, with a total capacity, potential capacity of 1.2 gigawatt. And you see a little bit an overview how this is done. We have important focus on the functional tests, end of line tests, to really secure our quality. The battery production is done from RCT Power in China. This is located in Suzhou because at the moment our lithium iron phosphate cell technology is manufactured in China as well. So we have close connection to this. Actually, this is a little bit historical picture because it was our first manufacturing site in China. At the moment, we already are one step further. What are our key brand topics? As I already said, it's simple and efficient is important, but as well flexible and sustainable are the values which are driving RCT Power. And what you can see as well directly in the picture, it's I mean we have this full flexibility in storage size, and we even increase this. I will show you later. So this is a typical standards setup. So we have a 10K inverter solution. Of course, we have smaller solutions as well, but this is, let's say, our majority and 11.5 kilowatt hour storage tower. This is one of the, let's say, very important and nice topics, because from the beginning we wanted to really compete with other suppliers about the performance of our system. From the beginning it was a combination, so we have a fully hybrid inverter and the battery storage. It's a combination, and this is one of the key factors to make it as efficient and perfect for the customers. And we started 2018 with a second place, and since 2020 we are test winner in this very important energy storage testing of the Berlin HTW University, which tests not only the efficiency but the overall performance actually of such an installation. So that's all the products we offer. So of course it's the 3-phase inverter. It's up to 23 kilowatt hours of storage capacity. We have we have as well a power an emergency power switch, which is a full switch, a full function switch, not just an integrated switch, but it makes it possible to fully have emergency power with 3-phase and up to 11 kilowatt hour power. So let me make some comments on this test and test results. So some of the very important suppliers are participating. We know about big suppliers who are a little bit afraid because they don't want to participate and then are not on one of the top ranks. And we are proud because for both, for the smaller system and the bigger system, we are on this the second time. Let's say we are double winner of this test. So what's behind it? Behind is a simulation of a real household. So it means for the 5K it's a small household, and for the 10K it's a bigger household with all the suppliers in the household. It's a heat pump, it's an electrical car, and all this consumption is collected. And what is calculated is over the whole year of using the battery storage, what's your losses? And it's really impressive because this image you have to let's say visualize from right to left, because these are the losses. So for the in case of RCT Power, we have just 3.6% losses in the overall system year by year. And this means even other participants, they have, let's say, 3 times the losses of an RCT Power system. And I would say the participants are only the really top efficient products. So that's a real big topic. And why is it a topic? Of course, as well, it's cost related, because it means with a lower efficient system, you lose electricity, you lose sufficient timing, and that means you lose money. And how it comes, so RCT is the best in reaction times. So our customers sometimes tell us they take a look on the RCT Power app, they switch on their heater or their cooking station, and then they see directly, okay, battery power is there. They are not using electricity from the grid. And one of the reasons that's possible is a very fast reaction time. So we directly recognize any electricity coming into the house from outside and are able to switch on the battery power. Another topic is as well best standby time consumption, which is important. Another very nice topic, there's some German slipped through, sorry for that. It means if you take the data sheet, we are typical German engineers, so usually you always get more capacity than written on the data sheet. And if you compare this with the other, let's say, competitors in this test, it's not the standard, I would say. So we have some some suppliers where you get even more than 10% less capacity than in the data sheet. As well, from the power discharge, it's a very good system because the coefficient of kilowatt per kilowatt hour is almost 1. So you can almost power with 11 kilowatt per. You can almost power and for example load your EV car with more than 10 kV. And this is something which was a little bit, let's say, overseen, because if you talk about battery storage in distributed regions, it means in smaller households, you talk about a lot of nighttime standby power. So your battery should be able definitely to fully cover the standby power during nighttime, during darkness, without solar. And here it is very important how efficient is your inverter. It's a hybrid inverter, so take battery energy from the battery into the house at very low power regions, means below 400 watt or around 200, 300 watt. And this is where the RCT Power inverter is extremely strong. Here it's just a comparison. So the white line is the RCT Power inverter, and the black line is the inverter with less efficiency, but as well participant of this test procedure. So it's as well not a bad inverter. It's just let's say on the lower side of this test group. And you easily see, especially in this area where most of the households are consuming during nighttime or during, let's say, standby, it's a significant difference. And this means at the end, overnight, you need to consume almost 1 kilowatt hour more out of your battery than with an efficient inverter. So again, efficiency is important. So with this just should show you more or less it's extremely flexible. With RCT Power products, you are able to run more or less everything you want. And it means as well you are flexible regarding sizing, because with a master follower concept, you can even upgrade the system to 100 kilowatt and 233 kilowatt hour capacity. That's possible, and we have several solutions, let's say hotels or others, who are using it in that way. So at the end, hopefully there's a happy customer using the system and doesn't have to take care about, let's say, the energy, because it's done automatically. And that's my focus if we talk about the new products. One thing is the Power app. There will be the release during the Intersolar this year with a new Power App, which will be more easy to access and with more simple overviews. So it's not maybe a little bit less technical and more intuitive as well. And that is something which is extremely important for the energy management topics. We will come out with a Power Manager and a Power Manager Pro. That's a release for the Intersolar. So what's that tool about? So it's an energy management system which allows you to do all you need in a home to organize your energy. It means you are able to optimize, for example, with electricity tariffs. So this is a nice cost optimization again, because you have hourly tariffs, and you, let's say, this energy management system can decide, okay, maybe I save a little bit of my battery power and use maybe some low cost electricity from the grid for, let's say, for running other things or charging, and then you are able to fully have as well a cost optimization, not just self-sufficient optimization. This has full access to heat pump functions, and as well, it's important, it's not just connected to your wall box, but as well, it's connected to the EV car data. So the system knows already before the car is at the wall box, what's the, let's say, the level of energy in the car battery. So depending on that, you can decide on, well, I save some, let's say, solar electricity in my battery for usage in the EV car. You can combine this as well with the low cost tariffs. So you maybe either use lunch break or daytime low cost tariffs, and then use your low cost solar electricity for your EV car. And it has full EMS functionalities. So if you talk about these functionalities, it has a backup power mode, means if you have backup installed, you want to, let's say, keep maybe some safety in your battery. It has a self-consumption optimizing mode, of course, time of use modes, so that you shift consumption periods when the electricity price is low, or if you have let's say, to improve your costs. As well as storm warning mode means as well, this is an extremely increase then of the battery power, meaning that you're safe in case of any issues because of electricity outages. Then you have, let's say, your battery full to run through the electricity downtime periods. And I would say, microgrid mode and as well heat power generator can be introduced. That's all in, let's say, with one gateway and called Power Manager, and this will be the next step for real 100% self-efficient usage of solar electricity in a home. Another new product release, actually already done. It's done 2 weeks ago. Means we updated or we upgraded the potential usage of our power towers. We have now a double tower option, means the maximum capacity you can run is 23 kilowatt hours, which is, I believe, quite a nice setup. This is always just the number which can be used with a single inverter. Of course, with a master-slave setup with 2 inverters or more, you can let's say, go up to 230 kilowatt hours as well. But for a single inverter solution, it's now possible to go up to 23 kilowatt hours. And combined with the efficiency, I mean, this means even a little bit more, because as you've heard before, RCT Power is not just underrating their own power, but as well with more efficiency. It means you can get more out of your storage system. Another new thing, some other Germans slipped through, I see, sorry for that. This is our one-phase inverter, which will be ready for shipment this year, but this is just, let's say, outlook for the Intersolar, where we will present it. Give me a short chance to as well step by, because we are, of course, known as home energy solution providers, not so well known for grid energy storage solutions or commercial and utility scale. Here you see two examples. Actually, this is an example of our OEM products. So we shipped already more than 8 gigawatt-hour battery capacity for grid energy storage solutions. So that means RCT Power is already an expert, let's say, in that field. Here it's a short glimpse into the production line of this commercial energy storage solutions and as well grid storage solutions. This battery factory is as well the first zero carbon battery production we are proud of. That was just approved 3 months ago, and this is a short, let's say the smallest commercial product ready and as well already installed in several German installations, but of course a little bit too big for households with the 233 kilowatt hours. So that's it from my side. So thanks a lot for joining, and I hope you've seen that energy management is one of the keys, and RCT Power is convinced that with our new RCT Power Manager, we are prepared to, let's say, really support our customers and make them full access of their solar produced energy, and more or less disconnect them from the grid and from the cost of the electricity in the grid. Thank you.
Super, Eric. Thanks a lot. Very interesting. Great test results. Congratulations. There are, I think let's keep the questions for later, because you're also on the panel. There are a number of questions actually in the chat. If you could address them, that would be nice. And then let's continue at 12 when we have our panel. Yeah?
Okay, guys, of course. Thank
Super.
you.